What up, those sports fans? Welcome to another great episode of AwwDacity Sports. This is your boy J2DaR, and I'm back with another great episode. Also back with our awesome, great co-host. Welcome back, Miss NikkiC, to the show, everyone.
What up, y'all?
All right, we're coming back to give you guys these awesome topics that are hot. And before we do that, make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification button so that way you get all the notifications. And make sure you share this out with all your families and friends so you guys can help me build this channel. I appreciate everyone for that. So let's get on with our first topic. Let's go.
All right, so MJ's jersey sells for $4.7 million.
Damn.
That's a bag.
First and foremost, this was the 88-89 Bulls jersey. No, I'm sorry, the 96-97 Bulls jersey that was worn by MJ during the playoffs, and it was sold for $4.7 million. And that one particular jersey was only worn for 17 games, and you paid full. God, dog. Look, I understand people. This is a hobby for some people, but you really gotta have the money for this. I'm just happy with buying just a regular copy of a Jordan jersey and not paying $4.7 million. I tell you that. But shout out to the person who did it. But the question is, now that he bought it, what do you do with something that's worth $4.7 million? What do you do with that? Hang it up? Put it in your living room and say, hey, I bought this 4.7. You brag about it for a couple months, then all of a sudden, then what? Or is the adventure of it flipping it after you paid 4.7? Maybe that's the kick. I don't know. I'm not into, memorabilia like that. But shout out to the person who actually had 4.7 million to buy that. I mean, I guess it was worth it for him. But damn, 4.7? Who drove it up to $4.7 million? That's my question. Because another jersey, MJ jersey, only went for $1.1 million. Anywho, hope that guy get his money back on that flip. What we got next on the topic?
Next is Steve Kerr gets booed in Boston.
Oh, Boston fans, y'all some petty ass people. I know
yes,
y'all
we
booed
are.
him. I know y'all booed him. Y'all booed him because he benched Tatum in the Olympics. But guess what? Tatum still got a chance. Tatum still got a gold medal. So did it really matter? No. What matters in the Olympics, and I need y'all to understand, it's not about y'all favorite player getting minutes. It's about rotation and fit. And if you guys ain't doing the job we need you to do, because that international game is totally different, you got to understand it. Most people don't understand, hey, there is no defensive 3-second call in the Olympics. It's not there. You know how most teams take the ball off the rim in the Olympics, the other teams do, but we never do that after a shot? Because in American basketball, that's goaltending. In the Olympics, it's not. So and then teams and star players tend to get frustrated when calls aren't going their way in the game. But when it comes to the Olympics, it's not about you. It's about everybody. So the simple fact that the Boston fans kind of booed Steve Kerr for doing his job, man, y'all trash. I don't like y'all anyway. I'm just going to keep it a buck. I hear how some of y'all feel about, certain things, but it's okay. But one thing I do know is Steve Kerr did his job. He came back with the gold. Tatum got a gold. So what's the problem? Man, y'all go bark up somebody else's tree. What's next?
Scottie Pippen Jr. gets revenge on LeBron James and the Lakers.
Ooh.
That was a good game.
Ooh. That was a really, really good game. Shout out to Scottie Pippen Jr. for holding his own. For actually earning his way to the league. Even though his dad is a Hall of Famer, 6 championship rings, he could have easily pulled the trigger. Hey, put my son on Chicago. But here's the other thing about Scottie Pippen Jr. Scottie Pippen Jr. wasn't the sixth best player on his college basketball team either. He was like the first or second best player on his team, so he earned it. But guess what? Guess what happens? He gets drafted by the Lakers. And guess who don't want to pay with a rookie? LeBron James. Guess what he playing with now? A rookie. His son, Dalton Connect, rookie. But then you want the dog, Scottie Pippen Jr. out. Man, I'm so glad he got his revenge on these guys last night. To the point where, hey, let me tell y'all what Scottie did last night. Scottie played 26 minutes. He played 26 minutes, which means he's backing up Ja Morant. Yeah. Them are solid minutes. 14 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. 5 from 9 from the field, 3 from 4 from 3-point, and 1 from 2 from the free throw. 1 block, 1 steal, 4 turnovers. Finished with a +8 on the plus minus. Yo. Those are good minutes for a supposed guy that wasn't supposed to be no good, right? Well, let's go ahead and check over here on these other stats. On the other side, let me go ahead and go to this bench and let's look at good old Bronny James numbers. 5 minutes, 2 points. Man, this man is the 2-point champ. He is the king of getting 2 points.
He gonna do that.
He definitely gonna give you 2 points. Sheesh. 0 rebounds, 0 assists, 1 from 2 from the field, which means he only shot 2 shots in the 5 minutes he was on the field. Trash. I take that back. He didn't even shoot that shot. You know why he got his 2 points? 2 free throws. Trash. Trash. And then finish with a plus minus of 3. Bro, this man is easily supposed to be on the Lakers because y'all need backup point guard help. The Lakers clearly need that, but guess what? They're not committed to winning. They banked all their chips on Austin Reeves, who sucks at defense. That man's barbecue chicken every time he faces an elite point guard. I don't care what nobody says. So at the end of the day, I'm so glad. I'm happy for Scottie Pippen Jr. I'm glad he got his little revenge game out on LeBron. Yes. Memphis won that game 131-114. And it was so disgusting to the point where JJ Redick got out and walked out of the press conference. So Aristotle, Socrates, trash. So what we got next on the topics?
All right, so the Nets begged Ben Simmons to score. What's wrong with him? Trash.
You know what? This sounds like it's going to be an episode today full of trash. So y'all get ready, because that's where I'm going at today.
I thought they sent him to the...
He said he went to the lab this offseason because every season we keep getting these workout videos of Ben Simmons supposed to be in the lab.
And coming out mid.
Ain't even coming out mid. He's still coming out Reggie. And for those who don't know what Reggie is, that means regular. And sometimes it's below regular. In his case, it's just trash. Check this out. How is this man still getting a paycheck? Now I get it. Most GMs are probably looking at this one thing right here. Ben Simmons plays hard on defense. He gives 110% effort on defense sometimes. Damn. But when it comes down to the offensive side of the board, this man is just straight trash. His stats in 6 games. 5 points. He's averaging 5.8 points per game. 6 rebounds. 6.2 assists. And is passing up wide open layups when a trailing defender is coming. You ask me what's wrong with him? It's simple. This guy is not made for the league. He shouldn't have been here. Hey, if I was Donovan Mitchell, hey man, NBA, Adam Silver, I don't give a hell if he got to go wake David Stern up out of his grave.
Somebody better give me back my Rookie of the Year because that's supposed to be my trophy. If this was your Rookie of the Year candidate, explain to me how. This dude never wants to score, but every video we see, what is he doing? He's taking jumpers in the gym.
It's a mental thing for Ben.
Mental my behind.
It's a mental.
No, it's not mental. It's not mental. It's just being seriously trash. We are watching rookies come into this league right now who are not afraid to take a difficult shot. I'm going to talk about one of them in a few minutes, about what happened at that Pistons game. Matter of fact, I'm going to give him a shout out right now. Shout out to Ron Holland, who ain't scared of the big moment. But Ben Simmons has been in the league for enough years. There is no way the Nets, the team that employs you, has to beg you to do what we pay you to do. Shoot the damn ball. Or is that too sensitive to say? Because that will cause mental issues for somebody because we're telling a person to shoot the damn ball. I mean, we ain't telling them to shut up and shoot the ball, but we are definitely saying shoot the damn ball.
Right.
I gotta, you know what? I am just curious. So I gotta go see. I need to see what the Nets is paying this man in his salary. Because I got to know now. See, because if I got to know, y'all. Oh, I'm just disgusted. I'm disgusted. Ben Simmons signed a 4-year, $26.62 million contract.
I need that. He's working from home.
And each year, this man is bringing home $6.6 million. Huh? Y'all know I can do that, right? I'm out of shape. I'm
5, 6,
old.
8 points a game.
I'm 5'8", 5'7". I ain't scared to shoot. I might get told on defense, but I ain't scared to shoot. I can tell you that. You paying me $6 million, I might not never pass the ball. I'm telling you now. But if I'm Ben Simmons, you the man for fleecing the league, bro. You're definitely. I thought you was Joe Johnson, man, but you better than Joe Johnson. You might be. I'm still trying to figure out how you did it, bro. But if I'm the Knicks, man, next game, if I don't see you take at least 12 shots, you sitting on the bench and and then you had the audacity to ask not to play back-to-back games. Who the hell are you? Who are you to ask to not play back-to-back games when we're paying you $6.6 million? Mm-hmm. We can't get you to shoot the ball. Are you hurt? No. If you don't want to play back-to-back games, then I, as the owner, should be able to take game checks away.
Exactly.
That's how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Right, you don't want to play back-to-back games. And I hate stipulations in contracts because it just makes me feel like if they don't hit it, it was just all a setup because they know it was going to happen. Like when they do in NFL contracts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But you know, if I was the Nets, I'll put a stipulation in Ben Simmons' contract like, man, if you don't shoot 20 shots a game, man, we taking half your game check. That's how I'm standing on business on that. That's how I truly feel about Ben.
But you know the NFL union is going to say something about it.
I don't care. You mean the NBA union? I don't care. I wouldn't care. And I would say, hey, look at this man's stats. Or the Nets have the opportunity to send him at the bench or just say, don't come back and we'll find a team to put you on. Somebody that may gobble up this salary, but guess what happens? Again, that's Ben Simmons sitting at home getting a check.
Work from home.
Man, I love me Ben Simmons right now. Just a little bit of hate. Man, this is ridiculous.
What we got next on the list?
All right, so the Pistons won 2 in a row
There we
before
go.
losing last night to the Hornets on a last-second putback shot. How you feeling about that?
I'm upset. I'm mad. Here's why. I watched that whole game. This is what ticked me off. Malik Beasley went 1 for 7. I sat in the living room and screaming, "Hey, dude!" When we was up by 4 points in the fourth quarter, stop shooting the ball for threes. Drive the ball. Go to the cup. Get an and one. We couldn't do that. But the also thing that ticked me off was this. It just seems like we were. I know we're missing another big man. We definitely need one of those. But it was like we leaned so heavy on Cade when we got enough credible people to do what we need to do. Hey, Tobias Harris. I need you to be the Tobias Harris that was in Philly, not the Tobias Harris that was in Detroit when you was here the first time. I need you to be that Tobias Harris. Because if you're not, then why we even bring you back, bro? Shout out to Tim Hardaway, man, for coming through. Right? He played a solid 31 minutes, played 13 points. I mean, yeah, do I need a solid 20 from him off the bench? I would love it. But his solid 13 helped us out. Right? And it just feels like we're really hating, we're really leaning hard on Cade and Jaden Ivey. But we also lost Jalen Duren this game, which totally sucked. Right? But Paul Reed stepped in, played a solid 12 minutes, gave us 13 points. Right? 6 from the field. So I'm not mad at that. But we shouldn't have not lost to the Charlotte Hornets. At least not on no putback shot. If Jalen Duren was in that game, we would have had that rebound. Right? It's just mental lapse that ticked me off. But like I said in the previous show, we definitely got a capable team that is a playoff team, not a play-in team. So maybe if Malik Beasley starts, taking it to the cup and not shoot so many threes, we'd be solid. I still see a rotation issue. I mean, I ain't see Marcus Sasser getting no minutes last night, which is totally crazy. All they kept doing was playing Cunningham and Ivy. Again, you got a solid backup point guard in Sasser. Let them guys get some minutes. Stewart, 26 minutes, 6 points. Again, that's killing me. But we take the L. We won 2 in a row. Let's see if we can bounce back from this L and start this win streak all over. But before we get on to our next topic, make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Make sure you share this out with everyone so we can continue to grow. We're trying to get to 50 subscribers before January. So help us build this channel. I really appreciate your help, everybody. What's next on the topics?
All right, so VJ puts the coach of Gonzaga on a poster. Did you see it?
Absolutely. Holy but Jesus. Hey, this man went up for a windmill dunk. Jammed that boy like he was Dominique Wilkins. And then looked down at the buddy with the stare and then stepped over him like he was Allen Iverson. I'm like, wait, he hit 3 of them. He didn't get a take for it. But what was funny about it was the post-game press conference. The reporter said, hey, I asked the coach flat out, so what were your thoughts about your son being dunked on? He had 3 of his teammates up there. They all was like, oh, shit. The coach's reaction was priceless, right? He was like, sometimes you got to make a business decision. Again, he chose the wrong decision, but hey, I definitely would have gave that one up. Because again, dude, you like 5'7", 5'8", and you going up a 6'7", 6'9" power forward / center, and you about a $105, and he looking like a solid 250. Move out the way, young man. Don't get posterized like that. I mean, again, if that's what you want your career to be, yeah, go ahead. But I'm pretty sure your coach, I'm pretty sure your dad's gonna be like, I don't know that dude eventually.
business decisions are made in this game. That was the conversation on the ride home. Hey, son, you got to make a better, smart choice when it comes to these business decisions. Teams are looking at that. So, shout out to VJ for grabbing him a poster last night. Made it look good, and let's see where they go to, and see if they can make the tournament. But right now, VJ definitely has the highlight of the dunk highlight in college basketball so far. What we got next?
All right, so NFL free agency winners and losers.
Ooh, well, of course we won with that Zadarius Smith trade.
Yes,
that was definitely a big trade. I was on edges and waiting and checking the waiver wire all day, and around about 2:30, 3 o'clock somewhere, the trade became official. So we definitely pulled out what we actually needed. My 2 picks was Zadarius Smith or Khalil Mack. I am happy that we got one of our 2 choices. Brad Smith clearly is cooking because he also got a 7th round pick back in this. Mm-hmm. So next year, we only thing we missing is a 3rd rounder. So we only missing 1 pick. So I love that Brad Holmes was cooking. The shocking thing in free agency, the other ad, no, I don't even want to say shocking because we know that was the Cowgirls who did that. But I'm going to get to them in a minute. The other major move, and again, team who's about winning, hint, hint, Jerry Jones, Los Angeles Lakers. The Washington Commanders went and got them a cornerback that they desperately needed. They went and got a true veteran in Marshawn Lattimore from the Saints.
Yes.
Yo, you talking about boosting their defense to the point where their offense is already moving. Their defense is within the top 5 of the league. Jaden Daniels is definitely looking like he could be a rookie of the year. And then the Washington Commanders are saying, we want this division now instead of later. And the only team that they really have to compete with is the Eagles. I got my money on Washington.
Yes.
I'm glad they're actually doing something. Again, I'm tired of seeing the same teams out there. I know my brother-in-law gonna be mad because I know he watches my show. And I'm like, hey man, how you gonna take Washington over my Eagles? But hey bro, y'all been there before. Y'all won a Super Bowl off my play. Y'all stole it from us. Y'all Nick Foles Super Bowl win, y'all stole that from us. So I like that because again, the Commanders got Marshawn Lattimore, and then they got a 2025 5th round pick. The Saints gave up a 2025 3rd, 4th, and 6th round pick for Marshawn. So this is clearly showing you how much they wanted this pick. But I believe it was going to work well for both. The other great move in this free agency was the Jets letting go of Mike Williams, and he went to the Steelers.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good move. He gets out of purgatory because, he doesn't have to worry about being dogged out by Aaron Rodgers. And we know that he's only going to throw the ball to 2 people now, Devontae Adams and Garrett Wilson. Mm-hmm. And there's no room for him over there. He's not going to see any targets. But over here, he can clearly be the number 1 or the number 2 guy. Again, Mike Williams was a stud over there in the Chargers. And if anybody who thinks any different, they lost their mind. So Pittsburgh gets Mike Williams. And the only thing they gave up was a 2025 5th round pick. They won that. I don't care what anybody says, they won that. For a 5th round pick, you basically gave them a bag of peanuts and said, here you go, and we're going to take the receiver we need who's going to help Russell Wilson. What is interesting is, please keep this man away from, what's the quarterback they got, the other backup quarterback they got in Pittsburgh? What's his name? Your favorite guy?
Oh, Justin Fields.
Trash. Yeah, that dude. Keep Mike Williams away from Justin Fields, okay? You guys will be all right. Y'all can make some wins. Let's see what else. Oh, Pittsburgh also picked up an edge in Preston Smith, and they got him from Green Bay, so that was a dope pickup. Let's get to the thing. Let's see. Oh, here we go. This is the one I was looking for. This is the one. Jerry Jones said he's all in this season.
All into what?
Losing. He's all into losing. Here's why. The Cowboys acquired wide receiver Jonathan Mingo from the Carolina Panthers, who are also trash. The Dallas Cowboys get Jonathan Mingo in the 7th round pick in 2025. The Carolina Panthers get a 2025 4th round pick. That's really off-center, right? That'll make you think. Now, let me take you guys back a couple years. Do you guys know what Amari Cooper got, or Dallas got for Amari Cooper in that trade? You know what they got for Amari Cooper? A 5th round pick. So you gave up a 4th round pick to get a 7th round pick and a trash wide receiver, and you gave up a great wide receiver for a 5th round pick? Somebody make it make sense. Because it don't feel like Jerry Jones is all in to me. Oh, and then you added old Ezekiel Bellia back. Y'all ain't all in. Y'all all in for losing. If I had to give a grade for this, F minus.
Oh Lord.
I'm actually. You know what? I wasn't even gonna talk about y'all, but I'm finna get on y'all too. I'm mad at Carolina for making this trade, and here's why. Their only hope for winning games, more than 2 games, was the Red Rocket Andy Dalton. Because he was able to work with Jonathan Mingo, right? Red Rocket got a hurt finger, so now they got to revert back to Bryce Young. They didn't trade Bryce Young because they worried about, trying to win games, but y'all already gave up on him and said he wasn't going to win. Why did you trade Jonathan Mingo and not Bryce Young? He didn't want to be there. That was the wrong trade. I said I was going to give y'all some space, Carolina fans, but I lied to myself. Y'all finna catch all this smoke. Y'all literally said y'all was going to bench Bryce Young and set him down because, again, he didn't give us the opportunity to win. And now we all love Bryce Young because the Red Rockets hurt. Y'all flawed. Ownership, y'all trash. Let this man go. Stop holding him there. Let's see what else we got moving. The rest of the free agency, you know what? Cincinnati Bengals required a running back and Khalil Herbert from the Bears. The Bears got a 7th round pick for that. That sounds about right. Arizona Cardinals, got an edge and Barry Brown from the Denver Broncos. Not really shaking nothing there. San Francisco 49ers acquired defensive tackle. Why? When you need wide receiver help. But hey, we feel Christian McCaffrey's coming back. He's going to catch everything. Wrong thing to do. Let's see, who else made some smart moves? Oh, guess what else? Panthers traded another wide receiver to Baltimore. Again, do y'all not want to win? Oh, that's right, because y'all trying to get to the top. Y'all want the number 1 draft pick. If y'all draft a quarterback, that's going to be some weird crap. Because y'all need some of everything. So why even try to go to the top? Because you're not going to have any. You know what? I'm going to leave y'all alone too. Best trades in this all free agency was Kansas City, who made 2 great moves. They picked up DeAndre Hopkins from Tennessee. And then Josh Utet from New England Patriots edge. So they got smarter and better. The Lions got smarter and better. Buffalo Bills got smart by going to get Amari Cooper. And then the Houston Texans made a smart move because they needed some help at running back, and they went and got Cam Akers from Minnesota. So overall, this free agency was pretty good outside of whatever the Cowgirls did. I'm a little bit disappointed because Jacksonville didn't make any moves, nor Tampa Bay, because they actually need some help. But, oh well, losing season for the rest of those suckers. We trying to get to the Super Bowl, baby. What's next?
All right, so Saquon Barkley gets tested after his 360 backwards hurdle against the Jacksonville Jaguars. What's your thoughts?
Nobody seen this coming? I did. I said to myself after I seen it, I said, if this man doesn't get, I'm pretty sure the NFL is going to immediately drug test him after this, and here's why. They've never seen that move before in their entire life. And the funny thing about it was, I'm glad that this young man has a sense of humor about it. Because I technically would have been upset. I probably would have been upset about it. Bro, is it really random because I do something to you that may look abnormal and I may be just that athletic that you random drug test me?
Exactly.
Random schmandom. That wasn't random, bro. I appreciate you for calling what it is. I'm pretty sure if I was an NFLPA, I'd be like, yeah, random too. This is not random. You're not randomly drug testing offensive line when they get 7 pancake blocks in the game. You're not doing that. You random drug test a brother who actually did something amazing in the game. But I shouldn't be shocked because they also random drug tested Odell Beckham when he had that one-handed catch.
When he had the one-handed catch, sure did.
So stop calling it random and just say, hey, if y'all do some amazing shit on this field that we've never seen before, just be prepared to be drug tested. And that's it. Don't call it random because it's not random. Random are the topics that I use to come up with and to give to the people every other day. That is random. Those drug tests aren't random. What's next?
All right, so Jason Kelsey is being investigated. I knew that was coming.
Mm-hmm. Well, investigated for what? Because he smashed some kid's phone at Penn State who was being a complete jerk? Who he's being investigated because some kid called his brother some derogatory term? That's not his brother? Because some kid made a reference to his brother and his girlfriend or fiance or whatever she is to him? Is that why? What about that kid being wrong in invading this man's space? What about that?
Exactly.
Sticking the phone in people's face is a privacy violation. There is nothing wrong with it. I don't see anything wrong with what Jason Kelsey did.
Give me 50 feet.
This man was literally going to a tailgate party like he always does, whether it be college or in the NFL, and he really be out there with the people.
Yes, he does.
This young dude was the one who was wrong. Go investigate him. Matter of fact, go put his ass in jail. At the end of the day, there should be no investigation. If you want Kelsey to replace the dude's phone, fine. But if I was Kelsey, I'm like, I ain't replacing that either because he shouldn't have shoved it in my face and said what he said. What happened to, for every action, there's a what?
A reaction.
You have to respect people's space. Shout out to Jason Kelsey, man, for standing up for his brother and putting some young punk in his place. He lucky that's all he did was smash his phone. Hell, Joel Embiid just got suspended for 3 games for pushing a reporter or a cameraman. Lucky it was just that. Man, go take your spoiled butt somewhere and sit down. Again, I'm totally disappointed in this. I can't even believe they even want to investigate this. So what's next? So I can get my mind off of that nut job.
All right, so the Saints GM gives a reason for firing Dennis Allen.
I wish this really works everywhere. I really wish the power of the people worked everywhere. And here's why. Do you know the GM admitted the reason why they fired Dennis Allen was because of the pressure and stress from the fans? Why doesn't this work in every damn sport? I am confused. The man goes on a full-fledged press conference and says, yeah, we had to fire the man because Fans weren't happy. All the fans were calling and emailing us saying that we had to fire this man and how trash we were. Something to that nature. I'm just paraphrasing. I'm just telling you. But the man clearly admitted that there was stress and pressure. Good job, Saints fans, for doing the same thing. Can y'all do the same thing for quarterbacks? I'm just curious. If y'all were able to get the coach fired, are y'all able to move on from a quarterback? I'm just asking for a few friends that live in the NFC South called the Atlanta Falcons. I'm just asking for them. I know a few of them Dirty Bird fans, and they just got a few questions. I mean, they don't want Derek Carr. They just want y'all to continue to be trash so they can move up. They really not worried about the Bucks. But before we go on to this next topic, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Again, we're trying to grow this channel. Appreciate everyone's help. Miss Nikki, what's next?
All right, so college football's first playoff brackets. What do you think?
Oh, well, before I tell you what I think, let me give a quick shout out to the University of Michigan for winning the last Final Four championship before it flipped over to 12. I want to make sure I give my boys their just due, right? But looking at, what they did the first go round, as you know, the top seeded teams get first round byes, which is totally dope. So effectively, they have Oregon sitting at number 1. That sounds about feasible because they are really running through the Big Ten.
They are.
And that was something I was fearing, but it is what it is. And then number 2, they got Georgia, which I feel could be flip-flop with this next team, and here's why. I always feel because of, the way they break off these side brackets for the first round matchups, it's always set up to give, an SEC team some type of slight advantage. They always get a cupcake team to play, depending on who wins that second round matchup. But this is how it's going to play out. They got Miami sitting at number 3. I think Miami could easily be number 2.
Yes. Go Canes.
Right? Cam Ward has them boys sitting in a great position. And I don't understand how you can put Georgia over them if they both have the same record. Right? So that's that. And then you got, the gospel, the church boys, BYU, sitting at number 4. Okay. Where I got problem with that too, but I'll tell you where I'm going with that, because at 4, I could have easily put Boise State there.
Yes.
But I know why they didn't put them there, because again, they in this WAC conference, and so they put them at number 12 like they always do. Again, if you're a lower conference team, never expect to get the higher conference spot, because again, what do? They think you guys can't beat a big team. Well, we seen what happens when they put a play against a big team.
Yes.
What happened to Michigan? We lost to one of them boys.
Yep.
But then but it took a long time. But we also seen what happens remember when they kept putting TCU in these playoffs, they kept getting blown out. But in the regular season, they would just blow every other team out. So at number 5, they put, again, them boys in red and scarlet, who I refuse to say their name because I can't stand them. So they would have a matchup against them boys I can't stand versus Boise State. So trying to give an easy matchup, again, to have Ohio State play against Oregon. Here we go with these matchups. And making it easy for them, too. So then you have Oregon playing the winner of Tennessee and Indiana. Now, that's a solid matchup. That's a 9-8 matchup. That's a 9-8 matchup. So whoever wins that, again, setting it up for another possible Big Ten showdown in the semis. I mean the quarterfinals. Then you got Notre Dame playing Penn State, so the winner of Notre Dame Penn State will play Georgia. Here we go again.
Yeah.
Giving Georgia an easy route. I just said that. And then just to be evil, and this is why I feel like it should be switched. You put Texas versus Alabama, and the winner of Texas and Alabama plays Miami.
Oh, we up for it. Let's go.
Now, I know Miami ain't no punk because nobody pumped no Kool-Aid over there. But I truly believe they should be at 2, and they should have that 7-10 matchup. Because that's going to make Georgia have to play harder to get there and earn it. But what they trying to do is not make it so that way Georgia and Alabama have to play each other. Committee keeps doing this. I see y'all. Y'all ain't hiding from me. I see the crap. So that's my thoughts on the college playoff spot. We'll see where the committee lands when we get towards the end. But again, I got some positives, some good positives away from this, and some takeaways from this. Make those few changes, and I might be happy. What we got next?
All right, so the Australian breakdancer Ray Gunn is done competing at the Olympic Backlash.
Trash. Trash.
Where the real breakdancers at?
Trash.
They didn't make it.
Trash. And trash. We not shocked, lady. You wasn't breakdancing. You was doing crap that regular people do in the house.
I don't know what that was.
You was doing the sprinkler. You was doing the cabbage patch. You hit the running man. You wasn't breakdancing. You was tripping.
Right. Hard.
So for the Olympics to actually add breakdancing to the Olympics for the first time, to me, I felt was total disrespect because there were no real breakdancers there.
Exactly.
They ain't get nobody from New York. They ain't get none of no real Cali folks. They ain't get no real breakdancers. Hell, we seen a bunch of real breakdancers on the Kendrick Pop-Out show.
Yes. Killing it.
Why you ain't gonna get none of them, USA? And did you see all the judges? It didn't look right. That's all I'm saying. It was suspectish.
Yes.
Very. It seemed very biased.
Yes, it did.
If we started the breakdancing tradition, and not a single judge is black, I got questions. I truly do.
Nobody called us.
We ain't get a single call. We was like, hey, this is our thing. We invented this. We want to be a part of it. But then they let us be, the part of it they let us have. They let Snoop open it.
That was it. And it went downhill.
And Grandmaster Snoop, and then it went downhill from there. So at the end of the day, am I sad for Ray Gunn? No. Am I mad at the backlash she got? No. She's trash.
She deserved it.
Yeah. Shouldn't have been there. She wasn't breakdancing. I mean, hell. What can I say? Lady, you were not it. So enjoy your retirement, I guess. Non-retirement.
We won't miss you.
We ain't gonna miss you. I don't understand how you got a world ranking after some breakdancing competition that didn't happen, that happened in some weird country. I don't know, man. Anyway, bye, Ray Gunn. What's next?
All right, so our final topic of the night is in the $11.99 Fantasy Football League, the losers is playing against Bottled Up Jameson. Who you think will win?
The losers.
Of course.
The losers, and here's why. I never can beat this person. I can never beat her. This is bull crap. Every time I play this lady, I always lose.
We play each other twice a year.
And I lose every doggone time.
I gotta come back. I lost last week.
But you 7-2. So am I.
Somebody too gotta go.
Hey, you in my way. You've been first place the whole league until this week. And the simple fact that I gotta play you this week is really messing with my flow. In this league, I've been trying to win for the last 4 years. I keep coming up just a tad bit short. And you know why? You! Get out of my way! You're messing with my cheat. You know what? I'm gonna go set my roster. So that way I can make sure I win. Don't ask me for no help this week, because I ain't got nothing
I
for
set
you.
my roster.
I don't care what you did.
I set my roster.
Right now, you the op. I'm just letting you know this week you are the op. Don't ask me for no help. But that's it, guys. I really appreciate you guys for staying with us. This is your boy J2DaR. Appreciate you guys staying with me and with my awesome co-host, Miss NikkiC.
All right now.
And we'll catch you guys on the next episode. Peace.